The student debt crisis has emerged as a pressing issue in various countries, with the United States often cited as a case study due to its staggering figures. In the U.S., student loan debt has surpassed $1.7 trillion, affecting approximately 45 million borrowers. The burden of this debt not only stifles individual financial freedom, but also impacts broader economic growth. As discussions around potential solutions continue, the question arises, could the UK adopt a model similar to the US for loan forgiveness to address its own student debt challenges? In the UK, the student loan system operates quite differently from that of the US students in England. For example, can borrow up to £9,250 per year for tuition fees, with additional loans available for living costs. The repayment structure is income contingent. Graduates only begin repaying their loans once they earn above a certain threshold, which is currently set at $27,295. The loans are written off after 30 years, regardless of the remaining balance. This system was designed to alleviate the immediate financial burden on students, while ensuring that those who benefit from higher education contribute to the costs over time. However, the UK is not immune to the implications of student debt. Reports indicate that the average student leaves university with around £45,000 in debt, a figure that can be daunting, especially for those entering a competitive job market. The concern lies in the growing number of graduates who struggle to meet their repayment obligations, particularly in sectors where salaries do not align with the costs of education. This has led to discussions about whether the UK should consider a more aggressive approach to debt forgiveness, similar to proposals made in the US. One of the most significant challenges in adopting a US-style loan forgiveness program in the UK is the sheer scale and financial implications of such a policy. The Biden administration's plan to forgive up to $20,000 in student loans for qualifying individuals is estimated to cost around $400 billion over the next 3 decades. In contrast, the UK government would need to consider the impact of widespread loan forgiveness on taxpayer finances, especially given the ongoing economic pressures following the COVID-19 pandemic and the need for fiscal responsibility. Moreover, the political landscape in the UK differs markedly from that of the US, where student loan forgiveness has become a polarizing issue. In the UK, public sentiment around education funding is complex, with many advocating for a re-evaluation of the entire student finance system rather than piecemeal forgiveness. Critics of loan forgiveness argue that it may disproportionately benefit those who are already relatively well off, as graduates from wealthier backgrounds are more likely to attend university and accrue higher debts. Instead, there is a growing call for reforms that would address the root causes of rising tuition fees and living costs, ensuring that higher education remains accessible and affordable for all. An alternative approach could involve implementing targeted forgiveness programs that focus on specific sectors or demographics. For example, forgiving loans for graduates who enter public service roles or work in underserved areas could incentivize graduates to pursue careers that benefit society as a whole. This model would not only alleviate debt for those in need, but also address critical labor shortages in essential services. Additionally, enhancing financial education for prospective students could empower them to make informed decisions about their education and finances. By fostering a culture of financial literacy, students may be better equipped to navigate the complexities of student loans, ultimately leading to more responsible borrowing practices. In conclusion, while the student debt crisis in the UK presents significant challenges, adopting a US-style loan forgiveness program may not be the most viable solution. Instead, a comprehensive approach that includes targeted forgiveness, systemic reforms, and enhanced financial education could pave the way for a more sustainable and equitable higher education financing model. The key lies in balancing the need for immediate relief with long-term structural changes that ensure future generations are not burdened by unsustainable debt levels.